the news today, it's been reported that robots could be the face of our future. They are created by using artificial intelligence, which is a fast-moving technology and enables machines to perform tasks that could previously be done by humans. The robot contains sensors which are built in devices and allows them to learn about its environment and interacts with it. They could potentially create job losses within an organisation, but it doesn't stop them from being invented within the tourism industry. As told by Zhang, a research director of worldwide robotics at IDC Asia and the Pacific, he mentioned that the growth of robot as a service is expected to see a 30% of commercial service robotic applicants will be in the form of a robot as a service business model by 2019. A prime example of this is the Henna Hotel in Japan, which is the first hotel in the world to be staffed by robots. It is occupied by 80 robot employees and only 10 human employees. The robots greet their guests as well as checking them in and assisting them, and also has a robot to port the luggage to their rooms. Due to having so many robot employees, the loss of human interaction may have an impact on the overall customer satisfaction. Hilton is another hotel which has a robotic device within one of the chain hotels in Virginia, and is the first Watson-enabled robot concierge in the hospitality industry. Connie the concierge informs guests on local tourist attractions, dining recommendations and the hotel features, and also works side by side with the team members at Hilton to assist with visitor requests and to personalise on the guest experience. Another example is the Marriott Hotel in Ghent, Belgium. They have a humanoid robot named Mario and he welcomes the guests. Roger, the general manager at the hotel, says, "As soon as we saw Mario interacting with our guests, we saw a smile. Nobody has seen it before." Mario spends his time helping guests check in, give speeches, inspects the rooms, as well as giving presentations. Not only do they contain robots within hotels, but they've also created robots on a ship within the Royal Caribbean cruise. The Anthem of the Seas ship has 2 robotic bartenders. To create the drinks, customers must order via a tablet using their bracelet to verify their identification, choose a drink on the list, or create a custom drink. Once the drink is ready, the customer will have to show the bracelet to verify their order. This diagram shows the process of how the bionic bar works and roughly how many drinks they are able to produce within a minute as well as per day. Travel agencies and tourist information centres do not currently have a robot within their organisation, but they could have a potential use of being a robot sales agent or a robot guide if one was ever created. To know exactly what the public thoughts are about robots entering the tourism industry, a survey was conducted to find out exactly what they were thinking. Would the public want to be served by robots? Well, here we'll find out. A SurveyMonkey was carried out and was shared on social media sites such as Facebook, Twitter and Snapchat. Around 80% of the votes hadn't heard about robots coming into the tourism industry. 73% of the results conducted don't think that the industry will benefit from having robots due to them taking jobs away from people and it will lack in the human touch. But according to a news article, artificial intelligence and robotics are here to stay. The other 27% who said yes thinks that the robots will provide a faster and smoother service and will be a new experience that everyone would enjoy, and will also be a new reason for people to tour the country. The applicants from the survey had a split answer when asked if tourists will return to an organisation after they've had an experience being served by a robot. The people who answered yes thought the customers would return as it is something different for them to experience, and the fact that the robots will be more efficient and have more accuracy. The other half of the votes, however, said no, and the main point of this being the lack of the human touch and the fact that how will the robot deal with a complaint, to which another answered, people want to experience things like that once. 3/4 of the participants thought that spending millions of pounds into creating these robots won't be worth the money due to already having human beings do the jobs. Therefore, there is no point in creating robots which will do the same thing and would cost a lot more money. The other quarter, on the other hand, agreed with spending money on creating new robots because they think that advanced technology is important for a country's development. When asked during the survey if they'd rather be served by a robot or a human being, 84% of them would rather be served by a human being, as they'll be able to have the human touch, and robots won't have the same experience. Some of the answers also said that humans are easier to interact with as they could understand them better than the robotic device. Having an artificial intelligence device, such as robots within the tourism industry, it will have several benefits as well as many negative points. The positive effects of having a robot be part of an organisation is that they can be bilingual, which will make it easier to communicate with a variety of tourists. It also helps with checking in the guests as well as carrying out tasks which are normally done by humans. Another positive effect it could give is attracting more tourists to the organisation as well as to the area due to having a new experience. The negative effects of this is that they can replace jobs. As mentioned earlier about the Hana Hotel in Japan, their hotel is mainly made of robots. The robot systems could also break down, which would cause a delay in the service. Creating a new device could also be costly. An example of this is Robot Mario from the Marriott Hotel. It cost them £6,536 and is only 58 centimetres tall. Lack of the human touch is also a big factor with a robotic device, as people want to continue to interact with human beings and unable to do so with a robot. This upcoming video shows how the robots could possibly be seen in the future within the tourism industry. It shows how much ability they potentially could have for working in such a big industry.
Tech is taking over. All around the world, machines are slowly taking up tasks once reserved for humans. In the hospitality industry, customer service and satisfaction is the end game, and what better to cater to your needs than an inexhaustible programmable automaton? Hotels in the future could be entirely staffed by machines, starting with realistic-looking cyborgs welcoming guests at the front desk. Checking in will be done via a self-service kiosk, which includes facial authentication for keyless entry. Instead of a bellhop, an electric porter will carry luggage while leading the way to the guest's room. Smart room controls detect motion and adjust lighting and temperature accordingly. Items may be bought or requested and will be delivered directly to the rooms. With a phone call notifying guests that their items have arrived. Room controls could also be programmed to provide wake-up calls. Smart window displays could be incorporated to provide guests with information relevant to their trip. Likewise, robots will be in charge of housekeeping, tidying up rooms quickly and efficiently. Soon, even meals will be prepared by programmable robot arms and then served by robotic waiters. A robot concierge will also be on hand 24/7 to answer guests' questions and help with booking and arrangements.
For the robots to be a successful factor within the tourism industry in the future, they should continue to test them out in a variety of organisations within the industry. And also they need to make sure it satisfies the customers' needs, as their experience matters the most. As the tourism agencies and the tourist information centres do not currently have a robot within their field, creating a robotic device could potentially attract more customers into the business instead of booking a holiday online, due to it being a rather different experience. If proven a success, there'll be a possibility that robots could make more of an appearance in the future. From all the researched information and the data conducted, it shows that robots could possibly be the face of our future and could possibly make an appearance in many organisations. However, many of the survey participants was against the idea of having robots within the industry due to the lack of human touch. Despite being costly to create, the robots could potentially be a success and bring more money into the industry due to attracting more tourists into the area as they'll be wanting to experience a different type of service.